Well, good morning, everybody. Back out here. Beautiful, beautiful day. Look at those mountains. Wow, that's what I'm going to see every morning when I'm living out here. Right out my front door. Well, back up here. Brought up a load of half-inch foil-backed insulation sheets that are going to go underneath the house, and a few sheets that are going to go on the top decking that I hope to get on this weekend yet. That'll be exciting because it's kind of the last phase of doing the foundation, and it's really starting to look good. I've got to put first thing I got to do is put in those rest of the cross members, and I have all those cut and ready to go in. That's going to be my first task this morning. It's about 45 degrees out here right now, but boy, that sun has got some heat to it. It's feeling pretty good. I might be able to just work in a long sleeve shirt this morning. So I'm going to get at it. All right, well, here it is. I've got all my insulation down. I've got my decking is underneath there for right now. Got all the boards laid out here for the cross members. Now I forgot to fill up my 5-gallon tank of gas for my generator, so I'm going to run back into town and fill that up and go over to Mike's and grab my generator, and then I can get things started.
Soundstripe.
Well, there it is. Got all the bracing in, and now I'm ready for the fun job. I get to lay on my back the rest of the day and put that foam sheeting underneath. And I don't know how big of a problem that's going to be. There's a little breeze, but I think I can probably handle it under there. I'm also going to use the stapler to staple them up there. Kind of curious as to how that's going to work. Looks like I was drunk when I was doing that. I got a little off there, but I had a couple issues with some knots on the one end, and so I had to kind of move those around. It was a harder job than I thought. Some of those were really, really off because they were a little warped. But now I got things looking good. This is really coming together well, and excited to see the next phase. Well, I had this unloaded, and then I had to load it back up again. My plan was to put it all on the underside, down under here. And I did. I got it up, and then I discovered that there was a pretty good breeze, and it took it all down again. So I'm going to have to put some furring strips and staple it with furring strips, not just the staples alone, because those staples aren't going to hold it. I'm glad I found out now, then rather than come out here later and discover that foam insulation was all over the countryside. So I'm going to take that foam insulation over to Mike's, and I'm going to come back either next week or in 2 weeks and finish that up with the furring strips. That way I can keep them on there. But as you can see, I did get some of the first decking down, and I'm sitting in a chair right now. I got it set up where I can just kind of look at the countryside out here. This is actually going to be my view, if I recall correctly. I think this is the front room. I've got like 5 windows facing this direction, over towards those mountains over there. So I'm going to have a beautiful view. If you look a little closer, you can see that I've got Mike's place is right up over the hill over there. You can kind of see the red building and the white building over there. So my buddy Mike is, and he's going to store my generator for me. But unfortunately, this is only about a 4.5 hour day of actual construction. I mean, I got a lot accomplished. I got the first part of the decking on. It feels good to be able to sit up here on a chair and kind of get a grip on what it's going to be like actually living in this house. I'm just disappointed that the foam insulation didn't work out as well, but again, I'm glad I found out now rather than later. And so I'll get it fixed. I'll do it right. And whether I'm out here next week or whether I'm out here in 2 weeks or whatever, I'll be back. I'll get it fixed. So for now, that's it. So if you recall, I was having issues putting that insulation underneath. The wind got a hold of it, it tore right through the staples and everything. So my answer is to have some strips underneath there that I can tack, strips of wood that I can put it up, staple through the wood, which will hold it up on each floor joist. Couldn't find what I wanted. Because I don't need anything very thick, and these were a little too thick. I don't know if you can see it's bundled together here, but what I got the table saw for is I'm going to rip them in half, which will give me just about a little over 1/4 of an inch strip for each one of them, and that's going to work great. Figure I'm going to need 30 of them total for underneath there to get the whole thing done. That's another project that I'm hoping to get done this weekend. Well, there it is. There's 60 pieces of, basically it's like lath. When I cut these in half, just about the right width. And staple through that. I'll still be able to get through the 1/2 inch insulation. And then I'm going to have a vapor barrier between there and the subfloor. And I think with the skirting around the foundation, that should give me adequate heat underneath there to keep the floor reasonably warm during the winter. Well, here I am out at the job site. Got this load here all right. Had a little issue coming down here. I didn't have that strap on on the back, and as you can see, it also slid forward a little bit on the front too. As I was going down the road, I got about 50-60 miles down the road, and that whole load started to shift towards the back. Trailer got a little squirrely on me, and I figured, man, I better pull over and check it out, and good thing I did. I didn't lose anything, but if I would have gone much farther, I'm sure I would have. But made it here safe. Now I got to get this thing unloaded and get started on my project here. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me over the sound of the generator. I had to switch some things around. I had the 4x8 sheets going this direction before, and I got to studying and thinking about it before I came down here. I was thinking I've got to change that out. What was happening was when I had them run this way, since those boards aren't exactly 48 inches wide, I was leaving a pretty good sized gap on both sides. So what I've done now is I cut a half sheet. I'm nailing the half sheet down first, then I'm going lengthways that way, and I'll continue to go on that way. The reason I'm doing that also is because my floor joists are staggered. So this will get me halfway to the ones that are staggered this way, and then the other one with the other half sheet will get me to the other boards that are staggered the other way. We'll see how it works out. Alright, so the first sheets, 2 sheets are down. I'm going to just continue the process going on down the road. I don't know what the deal was. My nail gun wasn't getting the nails in down that center ridge very well, so I had to hammer them in a little bit. I don't know if I was a little low on air pressure or what. Might have to change my air pressure gauge and set it up just a little bit more. there it is. I got her done. That was the last piece. It's a good feeling. Now it's going to be time to build walls. I got a little bit of trimming to do, cutting the wood just to trim it up a little bit along the edges. Probably wouldn't have to, but I kind of like doing that anyway. I like it to look perfect. What an awesome feeling, man. I'm ready to build walls. I'm really looking forward to that. My house is going to start taking on the structure and just change everything out here. Extremely excited. All right, one more time. Man, it is a good feeling to have this done. I got things cleaned up. Game plan for tomorrow. I guess it took me about 7 hours today to get this done. It's a pretty full day with some heavy lifting. These sheets are kind of heavy and bending over and all sorts of things. I'm feeling it. My body's feeling it. A little sore. But again, great feeling to have it done. Game plan for tomorrow. I've got these wood strips I cut the other night. I'm going to try and get that insulation up. Went over to Mike's and I see that trailer that we had the insulation in is gone, so I'm hoping he stored it somewhere else for me. If not, we'll find out what's going on. And then the other wood I have, I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to build the wall. I'm going to use this and hopefully this back wall here. That's the first one I'm going to put up. Well, good morning, everybody. Well, here's my base camp. It got a little chilly last night in there. I'm hoping it's not going to get down as low tonight as it did last night. It got down to around 32. I had a lot of blankets and stuff, but it was still mighty chilly. But it worked, and it's a lot cheaper staying out here in that than it is to go in a hotel room every dang night. For what I paid for that and the rest of my setup, it paid for a room. So from here on out, this is what I'm going to do, is basically camp out here for the most part. Had a little bonfire last night, keep warm for a while, and then headed off into the old tent. So now the plan today, I have a few joints that I need to kind of nail together yet. I noticed there was a few that I missed. And then, as I said earlier, it's time to build a wall.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
down there, so I'm off by a little bit. So I got to pull them nails out and then get that straightened out. Should have seen it. Oh well, it happens. Easy fix. I'll get it done before too long. Well, that was an easy fix. There's too many marks down there. I just got off on my mark, and it was on my marks, get set, go, except it wasn't on my marks, get set, go. Got ahead of myself, got it fixed, now I'm ready to go. Well, there it is. The very first wall. I'm a little out of breath. That's kind of heavy. Good thing there's really not much of a breeze at all, or I probably wouldn't have been able to do that at all. But man, this is so awesome. I'm so excited about this. Let me show you something. Look at that, man. Can't get any better than that, huh? Perfectly straight wall. Now, just for reference, this is actually going to be the master bedroom. So I'll have a window on both sides of the bed in the middle. And then on this wall, once I get this side up, there's going to be a single French door going out here. And I didn't bring my plans with me, so I was doing this all through my head. But anyway, I can't remember if I got another window in here or not. But then off of this room, right in this corner right here, this is where, got a dust devil hitting me right now. Okay, so this is where the master bedroom is going to be, right in this area here.
Soundstripe.
Well, that's it. The wall's put together. There's my door. Now that door actually is going to go out onto the enclosed porch that I'm going to have. I'm also going to have a door on this end, somewhere in this wall here. That'll go out there. I might eventually have either a wood-burning stove or a fireplace. I'm not sure which. There's plenty of rocks around here. Probably do fireplace. My 2x12s or 2x4x12s are just a little bit long, as you can see. So I got to cut off those ends a little bit. I'll do that while it's laying down here, but that's it. I'm going to put this wall up and I'll be done with construction down here for the weekend.
So I built a beautiful wall. It's probably the most beautiful wall that you could ever have. But we need more walls. America needs more walls here. This wall is beautiful. I don't think anybody could have ever made a more beautiful wall. But we need more walls. We've got to build more walls. It's so beautiful. I don't think anybody else could have built a wall like this. It's beautiful. More beautiful than I think I've ever seen anything at all. So I'm going to build more walls, and you can watch me build more walls. More beautiful walls like this.